Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Mile High Collector here. Today we're doing something a little bit different so far. I'm going to take a look at a bunch of recent pickups, mostly PC stuff, but a couple other cards in there for other purposes, flipping or something along those lines. But anyway, this is a collection of pickups that I've obtained from either eBay purchases, in some cases from local card shows in the areas, over probably the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. I've been meaning to do this video a little sooner and hope to do these more regularly in the future, so that they're not quite as backlogged. But anyway, I know I enjoy this kind of content from other folks in the hobby who post it online, so I thought I'd do something similar. Before we jump in, I appreciate you if you could like the video, comment down below, maybe let me know what your favorite card is, and then consider subscribing to the channel. I will tease going into this, the last card that I'll show here is maybe, it's not a huge dollar amount card, but it might be my favorite card that I've purchased for the PC in a long time, if not ever, simply because it is maybe the most cold-blooded, disrespectful card to an opposing team that exists. So just keep that in mind, stick around to the end, and you'll know what I mean when you see it. So let's go ahead and jump in. I've got these divided into a few piles, so we'll go through these kind of quickly. First one is some basketball. First one was kind of a, I don't know, probably not the smartest pickup. None of this was expensive, but when Mark Pope was named the new head basketball coach for Kentucky's basketball team, I snatched up a bunch of his stuff that was out there on ComC, looking to, kind of turn it and make a quick profit. This was one that I had sent to me. So Mark Pope card from, I believe this is Fleer, 1996. So anyway, who knows? Hopefully he does great things at the University of Kentucky, and some of his stuff will pick up some value, but just thought that was a fun pickup. Another one, this was, I think, actually a pull from Revolution. This is Hunter Tyson, rookie for the Nuggets, who unfortunately didn't make it past the Timberwolves in the playoffs. But, I think we're seeing now the Timberwolves with Tim Connolly, who's the former general manager of the Nuggets. The Timberwolves were built to beat the Nuggets, and they did. So good for them. But I don't think they're as well equipped for other teams that are going to face the playoffs as we're seeing against the Mavericks. So anyway, that's probably me just some kicking rocks because my team got bounced. But that's my opinion. Anyway, I like these select certified cards in this year's select. So picked up this silver of the Joker, and then a couple relatively inexpensive Christian Braun rookie autographs. I think he's a great player. I think he'll be a part of the rotation for years to come. So this one out of Obsidian, at numbered to 50, and then this Elite New Breed, I don't believe is numbered. So yeah, so that's great. And then I picked this up, I think, at a card show cheap. Dan Issel, a University of Kentucky legend, as well as a Denver Nuggets legend. So kind of some intersection of my fandom, but nice optographs out of Optic. Dan Issel to 99. This is from 2021-22 Donruss Optic basketball. So some quick basketball pickups there. Next, we'll move on to some baseball. A couple of these I picked up this when the mini set came out. I couldn't find any to rip, and so you'll see a couple cards I think in here that I purchased. Got one of Colton Cowser, who I think has got a good shot at being Rookie of the Year. So picked that one up. Picked up this Amador cheap. It's Donruss, so it's not licensed, but got that. He's one of the prospects in the Rockies org that I'm really excited about, so wanted to add that to the collection. Julio Carreras, nice first auto that was relatively inexpensive. And then a couple Jordan Becks. I got these just before he was called up. Obviously, the last couple days he's been put on the IL, so hope he heals fast and gets back to it. I think he's shown a lot of promise in his first few games. And we got this refractor, and then the purple refractor. I think this one is numbered to 250, but I just think, he's an exciting young player. I think the Rockies, obviously are terrible, but they've got some good young talent, and he's one of those that I think, has a shot for doing big things. These Matt Hollidays I picked up, just as watching Jackson Holliday come up, he had me reminiscing about him when he played for the Rockies, and I just love these cards. I think they're both numbered out of 660, which is, I don't know, unique, but this year of Topps Chrome, I think it says 2007 if I'm not mistaken, or just I love the design, and the white parallels are amazing. So pick those both up. They look great on camera. Picked up a couple Todd Heltons, obviously with his recent induction into the Hall of Fame. This parallel here out of 500, and then I think this is just a red team checklist parallel from 2013 Series 1. Just looks great. And then I think I found this in a value box at a card show. Larry Walker, franchise finest. This era of Topps inserts I think are beautiful. So you'll see some more of those in there. Okay, sticking with baseball, obviously, a couple of the younger Rockies who I'm a huge fan of. Nolan Jones this season has been rocky with the injury, but still very high on him. So picked up a couple from Heritage. This is the red border variation, white border variation, which I just love these cards. I think they're beautiful. I have a ton of those. This was from Stadium Club, rookie year, just a cool cool photograph. Really like that one. And then this card I think is beautiful. You'll see another one here. This is from, I think it's the Brooklyn, the 2023 Brooklyn collection, auto to 99. Just beautiful. And then this is from last year's Pristine, but another rookie autograph encased in that Pristine case. And then the other, obviously, young Rocky that I'm really high on, who's been playing great, especially as of late, Ezekiel Tovar. Just got a few of his here. You'll see the Gold Star parallel rookie card. Here's another of those minis from this year's Heritage. Again, didn't get a chance to rip it, so wanted to pick up a couple of those. Found this one really cheap at a card show. I mean, his stuff is still relatively inexpensive. I think that any of these cards that are not autographed are probably $3 or $4 or less that I was able to pick them up. So I'm going to get those whenever I see them, just because I'm really high on him, and I think he's an exciting piece of the Rockies' future. This is a Clubhouse Collection game-used relic from this year's Heritage. So pick that one up for cheap on eBay. We'll always pick up these Bowman Chrome rookies, even though they're not a ton of value. Rookie card from last year's Heritage. A couple of Topps Chrome rookies. There's a Chrome Black rookie. Not numbered, just the base Chrome Black. Here is his one of his minor league pro debut cards when he played for the Spokane Indians. Just thought that was cool. I didn't have any of the minor, so I don't collect a ton of that, but I thought it was cool, and it was like a $1 card. Here's the Topps Chrome Future Stars insert from his rookie year. Great looking card. The purple Heritage rookie Chrome from last year, just obviously the color match. I think that's a really great card. This is probably one of my favorites of all this. I'm not sure you can see it. This is the Logo Fractor from Topps Chrome out of 250. Obviously the purple and then the Logo Fractor. This just is a beautiful card. So really happy with this one. Excited to add that to the collection. Just think that really pops. And then here's another, here's a Tovar from the Brooklyn collection. Again, beautiful design. Number 5 of 99. Great on-card auto. So was really excited to pick this up at a relatively inexpensive price. There's something there in the top loader, it looks like. Yeah, that's just on the sleeve. It's not a mark, so that's good. Hadn't noticed that before, but we'll get that cleaned up. And then the last one, a Topps Chrome Black rookie from last year. So that's great. So a lot of baseball there, super fun. Some football. We're going to start into the next section here. First, want to show these. I don't know if you guys follow Flippin' Steve. He's one of my favorite content creators. He had been talking about trying to find some Chris Jones parallels, short prints to get graded. Thinks there's some value there, and I agree with him. So I've been on the hunt as myself. Picked all 3 of these up. These will be probably part of my next video or the video after that, preparing some submissions for PSA and possibly some to SGC. So I'll go over there. My intent is to grade these, and if they grade well, to look to flip them. So we've got a 2023 checkerboard parallel. And then this is the 2023 Mosaic to 25, to 25. So the white parallel, which is beautiful. And all of these look to be in really good shape. I can give one more close look. And then this is the 23 Mosaic out of 17. So another good short print, the gold wave there. So those are all going to be for grading. So excited to show those as part of another video. A couple pickups here. This one, if you have looked around on the channel, I was going to start doing a series inspired by another one of my favorite YouTubers, Vikings95, where he does a eBay football card of the week. I was going to try to do a Hall of Fame auto or Hall of Fame card of the week, but I don't know. I wasn't super passionate about it, so I started to give up on that. But anyway, this was one that I had scored really cheaply when I was still considering continuing that series. Larry Little, Leaf autograph out of 5. We'll probably just sell that one. Again, I don't expect to make a profit on it, but that one was something I picked up early. Next to this, most of this is going to be PC stuff from the Broncos. So, again, none of this is super high end, but just give you an idea of some of the stuff that I like to collect. I've just been getting into some of the stickers lately, so I went through and found some of the Broncos stickers from, kind of the era that I remember as a kid. Some of my favorite players. So there's Randy Gradishaw. Obviously, he just went into the Hall of Fame. Haven Moses. This is off an 81 Topps. Is it 81? Yeah, 81 Topps. So these are all stickers. Mecklenburg there off of the 87 Topps. Rulon Jones, another one of my favorite players. Keith Jackson, obviously. Vance Johnson on this 88 Topps sticker. Kind of interesting. I know it's got a couple of Chiefs player, and I think that's a Falcons player on the background. I'm not exactly sure who they are. But anyway, I just thought those really popped. And then this Tim Tebow. Again, I'm not the biggest Tim Tebow fan, but any Broncos fan who doesn't say that year where he was quarterbacking the team wasn't one of the most exciting, insane, crazy, memorable years in recent Broncos history is crazy. I don't wish the guy any ill will. He produced and contributed to some of the most memorable games I have of being a Broncos fan in the last 20 years. Not always for the best reasons, but anyway, whenever I see some cheap Tebow Broncos stuff, I try to pick it up. Next set here, before we get into our Elway stack, so Quinn Miners, just love him. If you'll notice, just off camera there, I have an auto of him in the back. I try to pick his stuff up. I love collecting offensive lineman cards, especially when they're as nasty as Quinn is. He is just a road grader for the Broncos. I think he'll be a long-time anchor of that O-line, so pick his stuff up. Vance Johnson, again, these aren't high-end cards, but one of my favorite receivers as a kid growing up. This was out of 23 Mosaic. This one is numbered to 99. The In Focus, beautiful, and then 2 of the base In Focuses. Just a great signature. One of my favorite, kind of pure Broncos from when I was a kid. Next one, this Jason Elam Finest Moments from when he hit his 63-yarder in 98. Don't have a ton of kicker cards, but this one's great. Not sure if you can see it. There's even kind of the shine on the back, but a great Elam card from that memory. Terrell Davis, obviously collect a lot of his stuff, but this one I hadn't seen this before. It's out of $5.99. This is a 2002 Topps Chrome Black Refractor. Again, some schmutz in there we'll take care of, but just a beautiful card, and wanted to add that to the PC. This next handful, I think, all came from a card show over the weekend that I was in here locally. So whenever I see some good, Bronco stuff that I like, these are going to be in quarter boxes. I think these were in dollar boxes, and I got some marked off them. So nothing that is a big dollar amount, but just cool pieces of players that I love as a Broncos fan. So Shannon Sharp on these Finest playmakers with the protective coat still on those. Been looking at picking some of those up. Here's a Topps Chrome Shannon Sharp. I think that one's really clean. Another, I think this is Bowman's Finest. Shannon. John Mobley rookie. So again, he was a great player for the Broncos. Loved watching him. I know he's not a Ring of Fame or anything like that, but just someone who I have a lot of memories watching and enjoyed. Rulon Jones. None of these cards are in great shape, and then a couple Randy Gradishaw. They're not well centered. They're beat up, but again, I like the cards from this era. I think they look pretty iconic. And Rulon, along with Mecklenburg, is one of my favorite defensive players growing up. Gradishaw, obviously new Hall of Famer, so got to have him represented in the PC. Okay, almost done here. This is the Elway section, which will conclude with that card that I was teasing at the start. This Moments in Time, I just love anything that's got imagery from the helicopter play and the Super Bowl win over Green Bay. I'm going to pick up. I have a couple variations of this, but this I got at the card show for $1. So never going to leave that behind. Here is this is 1998, I think. Topps Finest with the protective cover on it. Might look at grading a couple of those. Here's another one, Team Finest. This is the blue variation out of 1500 with the protective covering. Here's a Topps Finest from 1994, I believe. I just love the design of these cards, so I try to pick these up when I see them. Great Elway card. Here's a Topps Finest Football Finest limited edition from 1992, I believe. Hadn't seen that one before. And then sticking with the sticker theme, a couple Elway stickers here. Picked up multiples of some of these just in case I actually want to use one as a sticker and then have some to collect. And then here is a 1985 NFL Star Set, John Elway. Okay, last couple. Thank you for hanging in there. This one is a, let's see who this is even produced by. Score from 2002 maybe. This was $5. The guy had it listed 15. I got it for $5. It is a from a quarterback challenge event, but I just loved it because it has a picture of the actual jersey that was worn. And it says enclosed piece of jersey was cut from an authentic event worn jersey personally worn by John Elway on February 14th, 2002 at the 2002 quarterback challenge. The authentic event worn jersey was obtained and is guaranteed by Score. So I just wish more cards were like this. To see a picture of the actual jersey, to know the date and what it's from. You know, Elway game worn, Elway event worn. I'm gonna probably always snap it up if it's reasonably priced. So just he's my favorite player of all time, and to know that there's game, real game worn stuff that was, or event worn that wasn't just him taking it on and off and then cutting it up and putting in cards. I think you don't see that as often anymore. So try to pick some of that up when I come across it relatively inexpensively. All right, third to last here. This is an 85 Topps SGC 7. Very inexpensive, and I loved in this case the lower grade. It was jersey numbers. So these cards are iconic. I love this design. I have a couple. I think maybe even graded higher, but for some reason I just loved the 7 on there, so that was it. Okay, save this one for last. This is a non-card, but picked this up recently on eBay. This was probably the most expensive piece. Not even sure we can get it all the way on camera. This is a ticket from the last game played in Mile High Stadium. So 2000. Denver versus San Francisco 49ers. Denver won 38-9. I was at this game, and then I was at the first preseason game and first regular season game in what at the time was Invesco at Mile High, and now it's still their home, but the new stadium. So I was at this game and wanted a ticket stub from it. Found this one online. It's just authenticated. It's not graded, so it wasn't super expensive, but that was important for me to add to the PC. Okay, and now this is, I know I've talked a lot. Thank you to everybody who stuck around. I promise. If you're a Broncos fan or just a fan of kind of petty sports cards, you're going to love this. This, to me, is the most disrespectful card to exist, and it's of John Elway, my favorite player. I had to have it. This is from 2001 from Donruss Classics. This is a John Elway card that includes a piece of a seat from Cleveland Municipal Stadium. So for those who are not familiar, that's the stadium in which the drive occurred in the 1986 AFC Championship game, in which Elway famously, one of the most famous plays in Denver Broncos history, took the team 98 yards in just over 5 minutes to tie the game, to send it into overtime, where the Broncos would go on to win, beating Cleveland 23-20 in their own stadium in the AFC Championship game. The fact that this is a card, a John Elway card, commemorating that he had the most passing yards, 244 in 1986, I guess, in the stadium. A piece of the stadium from Cleveland where John Elway haunted that team. And in fact, that play is probably one of the most definitive in Cleveland's history as well. But for the other reason, I smile every time I see this card. So I absolutely love it. I assume the seat, maybe not the seat, but this is, an enclosed piece of material, was cut from authentic game-used stadium seats from Cleveland's Municipal Stadium. The authentic seat piece was obtained and is guaranteed with the Donruss Trading Card Company. Just the levels of pettiness that this card even exists is beautiful. I love it. It is, I don't remember what I paid for it, $25, $30. It's worth 100 times that to me as a collector and as a John Elway fan. So this is one of my favorite cards on my PC now. I will cherish this. I'm on the lookout to see if there are more cards like this that I might be able to obtain. So if you know of any, let me know. But anyway, easily the my favorite card that I've picked up in the last couple of years, just based on the meaning behind it, where that seat piece comes from, and kind of what that must feel like as a Browns fan to know that this card exists. Anyway, thank you guys so much for checking the video out. I know it's kind of a long one. Would love to hear down below maybe what your favorite card was, if you collect anything similar in terms of these cards that are petty towards another team, or some of the things in your PC, or do you pick up things like this too, like a lower graded card just because it's got some meaning in terms of jersey match number with the grade, great design, not worth a lot, but those are the kind of things I like to collect. So Anyway, like the video, leave a comment below, let me know what you thought. Consider subscribing. I appreciate you checking this out. I'll have more videos coming soon, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.